in your conversations. Specifically today, we're going to talk about tonality. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, essentially it's the way you say something. Okay, I'll give you a scenario. Have you ever been talking to a friend or a family member, a colleague maybe, and have you ever said to them, "Hey, how are you doing?" And have they ever replied, "I'm fine"? Raise your hand. From the people I can see, raise your hand if you've felt that before. Yeah, we all feel that from our partner now and again. And we know they are the furthest thing from fine, don't we? And that's tonality. It's the meaning behind the words. And I want to go through 3 different tonalities with you today. The first one being the tonality of certainty. Certainty. The reason being, this is what we want our customer to feel when we're talking to them about our product or service. We want them to feel a sense of certainty, a sense of confidence in what we are saying so that they're making the right decision. So I'm going to give you a few techniques in terms of how you can sound a bit more confident, how you can sound a bit more certain. The first one is to make sure that you breathe deep. You see, the deeper you breathe, the more power and range you will have to project your voice. When people sound nervous, it tends to come down to their breathing because their breathing is quite shallow and racy, and then that's when they seem a little bit all over the place. But if you breathe deep, then your voice has more strength to it, and you compose yourself. You stabilize yourself before you go on to your next point. Tip number 2 is to end your sentences with a downbeat. A downbeat. The opposite of this is ending your sentence with an upbeat. And when I end my sentence with an upbeat, it sounds like I'm asking a question. You see what I mean? But if I end with a downbeat, now I sound sure of myself. Now I sound like I know what I am talking about. Now I sound like I'm making a statement. So end your sentences on downbeats. You want to sound a bit more confident. And the last thing I'd recommend in your sales conversation to sound and project confidence is actually to shut up. You see, when you shut up, when you use the silence, it communicates on a subconscious level that you are comfortable. Furthermore, in sales, what we tend to do as salespeople is we trample right over the silence. We ask the prospect a question, we're waiting for the answer, and we get too tense, we get too nervous, and we jump in and say something. But if we just had that period of silence to let the person think and come back to us, you might find that they get themselves closer to the sale and you have to do less pushing. So use silence to your advantage. It'll communicate that you're comfortable and it'll help you close more sales at the same time.